Self-control is one of the most powerful skills you can have. But most people don't have it. They react instantly. They follow emotions. They do what feels good in the moment, not what's right in the long term. And that's exactly why they struggle. Because if you can't control your mind will control you. Psychology explains this clearly. Your brain has two systems. The first one is emotional. It wants pleasure, comfort, instant reward. The second one is logical. It thinks long-term, makes better decisions. And every day, these two are fighting. When you choose junk food over health, that's your emotional mind winning. When you procrastinate instead of working, that's your emotional mind again. It always chooses what's easy, not what's necessary. Self-control means choosing logic over emotion. But it's not easy, because emotions are strong. They push you to react. Anger makes you speak without thinking. Temptation makes you act without control. Fear makes you avoid what you should face. And in those moments, you lose power. Because real power is not controlling others. It's controlling yourself. Think about this. Anyone can act disciplined when they feel motivated. But what about when you don't feel like it? That's where self-control is tested. Doing what needs to be done, even when you don't feel like doing it. That's mastery. Psychology calls this delayed gratification. It means you sacrifice short-term pleasure for long-term success. And studies show people who master this skill are more successful in life. They are healthier, more focused, more stable emotionally. Because they don't chase every feeling, they control it. Now here's the problem. Most people depend on motivation, but motivation is temporary. Some days you feel strong, some days you feel lazy. If you only act when you feel motivated, you will never stay consistent. Self-control is different. It doesn't depend on feelings. It depends on discipline. It means you show up no matter how you feel. You work when you're tired. You stay calm when you're angry. You stay focused when you're distracted. And slowly, this builds mental strength. Another important thing, your environment affects your control. If you are always surrounded by distractions, your mind will struggle to stay focused. So instead of relying only on willpower, remove temptations. Make good habits easier. Make bad habits harder. That's smart self-control. Now let's talk about emotional control. When someone disrespects you, what do most people do? They react instantly. They argue. They shout. They try to prove themselves. But strong people do something different. They pause. They think. They respond, not react. That small pause is the difference between weakness and strength. Because when you react emotionally, you give control to others. But when you stay calm, you stay in control. This is what mastering your mind looks like. It's not about being perfect. It's about being aware. Aware of your thoughts, aware of your actions, aware of your triggers. And once you are aware, you can change. So how do you build self-control? Start small. Control your daily habits. Wake up on time. Finish what you start. Do things even when you don't feel like it. Train your mind like a muscle. Because the more you practice control, the stronger it becomes. And over time, it becomes your nature. You don't struggle anymore. You just act with discipline. Remember this. Your life is shaped by your decisions, and your decisions are controlled by your mind. So if you master your mind, you master your life. Because in the end, the person who has control over their thoughts, their emotions, and their actions is the one who truly wins.